Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another episode of The Last Podcast You'd Want. I'm Steve.
I'm Travis.
And here we go. Travis, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, not a lot. Just turned out to be another beautiful Sunday here in the great state of Missouri. Played a little golf with one of my oldest friends in the world. Kind of on a current Daniel Craig, James Bond binge.
Yeah, what were you watching? You texted me something the other day of a James Bond.
Yeah. You did not respond.
I
Weird.
was at a wrestling convention all day long, and I was working, so I could not get to my phone.
Well, as I like to do research and keep our fans in the know and keep you guys fresh and ready to go, I was seeing what new is coming to streaming this month, anything premiering that I should be watching, and so we can talk about it. And I saw that No Time to Die was going to be added to Prime. I loved it, saw it a couple times in theaters, decided, you know what, looking forward to that. And Prime's got that deal with MGM now, or they bought them, or I can't remember. But they've got pretty much all the Bond movies. So I decided I'd start with Casino Royale and work my way up to No Time to Die and just kind of do the full.
If you ask me, Casino Royale is the best that Craig has to offer.
Oh, I think it's one of the. I mean, No Time to Die isn't my new favorite Bond movie, but Casino Royale was my number one for. I mean, basically the last 16 years, 15 and a half, I think, came out.
Yeah, for me, before that, it was GoldenEye, and then it was.
Oh yeah, that's.
GoldenEye's a great one.
No, okay, so yeah, so I'm watching it, just chilling, kind of, it's content I've seen a lot, so I'm not super focused, but I happen to be paying attention as one of the bad guys going through security, and none other Richard Branson is just like standing over there getting baton waved by a security guard, like, through the actual scan point. I was like, what the hell? I've seen this movie, I mean, so many times. I think I saw it in theaters twice. I bought it on DVD as soon as it came out. And I've never noticed it. I was like, holy crap, that's hilarious. Like a Donald Trump type cameo, except for Richard Branson.
Except people like him.
Yeah. Exactly. But I didn't realize that he did that in movies. I'd never seen him in anything. I thought, wow, that's really interesting.
That is very interesting, especially because it's on Amazon. And when you pause it, it tells you the people in the scene, and he's not credited.
That was interesting, but those things are weird. Sometimes there's a delay, and it'll be like people from the last scene, and it's telling you, and you're like, they're not in this scene.
But that's very interesting. Knowing that Amazon Prime has Casino Royale, I might just have to watch that because I've been wanting to watch it, and I do not own it on Vudu, and it's a good one. I really like it. It's the introduction to Felix.
Ah, yes, Jeffrey Wright's character.
Yeah, that's
Felix
right.
Leiter.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. Other than that, what are you watching? What's new? Oh, before we do that, let's get into some IMDb, shall we? Top six in the box office this week. Making a return at number 6 with $2 million. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
I thought that might be what you're gonna say, but I really didn't think it could be true. That's awesome.
The top 6, baby.
That's awesome. I mean, they're still going strong. Sonic's not even in theaters anymore. I feel like it came out around the same time.
I read Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is coming out streaming next week. I already pre-ordered it. I am super excited to watch it another time. Coming in at number 5 with $3 million, Downton Abbey, A New Era. At number 4 with $3.3 million, The Bad Guys. With 4.5, I believe for the second week in a row, the Bob's Burger movie. Holding strong at number 2 with 9.3, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And killing it at number 1 again with $86 million, Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, Chef's Kiss. Such a good movie. I do not know why you're not interested in seeing this movie, dude.
Because I have no interest in Top Gun. I've seen Top Gun once, and I don't get it. I'm not a big Tom Cruise guy. Mission Impossible is the closest I really get to being a Tom Cruise guy.
Well, you know what? I'm sure.
I'm not that testosterone driven that I need to see the story of men playing volleyball topless, and the gay
They play football
semantics
on the beach without their shirts on in this one, Steven.
and the gay
Completely different.
and the gay
Completely
semantics
different.
of male hostility towards each other. I just no, it's not my cup of tea. I'd rather watch Snatch. I'd rather watch Smoking Aces. I'd rather watch the Blues Brothers than Top Gun.
Okay.
I'd rather watch
That's
sports
fair.
movies.
No,
I'd
I'm
rather
not
watch
gonna
sports movies.
force anybody to.
I'd rather watch The Replacements. I'd rather watch Hardball. I'd rather watch Remember the Titans
You'd rather watch a sports movie than Top Gun.
than
Wow.
Top Gun.
That says a lot, folks. Okay. Well, you know what? I mean, I'd be interested to see what our fans think if they're big Top Gun Maverick fans. But you might take some heat for this one, Steven. I really think it's a pretty
Yeah,
great.
everyone's loving it. You know what I mean? But just because everyone's loving it doesn't mean that it's good.
That's true. That's true. Good lesson for you people out there.
So
Definitely.
all right, and then we got some birthdays today. If IMDb wants to fucking work with me here, celebrating birthdays today. Starting our birthday list, Travis. How you doing? You doing good? You having fun? How's your mother? Tell her I said hello.
Steven, why you
It's
sound
Mark
like that?
Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg's birthday.
Oh.
How old do you think Marky Mark is?
How old is Marky Mark? Older than I think, I bet. 52.
So close.
53?
51.
Oh, okay. All right, so I guessed back. I got closer with my...
Celebrating a birthday today, Mr. Ron Livingston.
Oh, of Office Space fame?
Yes, sir.
Correct. You know, he might be around the same age. I'll say, let's go with 49. Final answer.
55.
Fuck, no way. What?
Celebrating a birthday today, Ruxin himself,
Mr. Nick Kroll.
That's correct.
44.
Oh, spot on!
Let's go.
Got
I
it.
like it.
Got
I get it right.
How about Mr. Jeff Garlin? How old do you think Jeff Garlin is turning today?
I'm a big Curbed fan. Love his content. Love Daddy Daycare. Don't know if I know how old this guy is though. He and Larry David are got to be a good 20 years apart, but they're both pretty old. 57.
60.
Okay.
60.
I feel okay about that.
And as far as that really goes, Travis, that is going to be everybody that you're really going to be familiar with.
Okay. Well, I got one right on the... I'll take it.
No other names I see. So perfect. Wow, we got it. Tiffany and I started season 3 of Better Call Saul, and I'm loving it. The ties and connections that they're throwing into Breaking Bad are just amazing. And the great thing is like you don't even have to be a fan of Breaking Bad in order to watch Better Call Saul. And I think it might be better that way because the buildup of like introducing of characters and me knowing who they are and who they're and where they're going and how they possibly die, like I think it would have been better to do better, like for me to watch Better Call Saul and then do Breaking Bad. Oh, just I mean,
it wouldn't be a bad way if you're going to go back and revisit. I guess, yeah, go ahead and start with Better Call Saul and work your way into Breaking Bad. Makes sense.
Because they are on the final season of Better Call Saul on TV right now. So
it's the final. How many did they do?
I think
season
6. I think so. I believe this is the final season. I may be wrong. Don't quote me, folks. Don't quote me. Tiffany and I sat down and watched on HBO Max because it was just released, and I don't pay for HBO Max. She wanted to watch it, and I really didn't care for it. Fantastic Beasts and the Secrets of Dumbledore.
Yeah, he told me about this pre-show. I was a little upset. I feel like we had a whole kind of solidarity thing going against J.K. Rowling, and
Once again, I did not pay for it. I do not pay for the service that watched it. The wife wanted to watch it because it was released. So, once again, not an entertaining film. I did not.
no.
No, there were a couple of entertaining parts, but for the most part, I thought it was very slow. I thought it was very boring. I mostly played games on my phone, so I don't
Okay.
even know if you could say I watched it. Um, the best part of it for me
Is
is
it a movie?
and it's a movie. It's definitely a movie. Andy Serkis is in it. I love Andy Serkis in anything that he does. He plays Dumbledore's brother. I forget his name. It also starts with an A.
I feel like he's gotten super active in the last. I mean, he was not that he was inactive before, but really I only knew him from the Lord of the Rings stuff. He pops up in Black Panther playing the bad guy.
Well,
He's playing Alfred. He's
he was he
doing
was
this.
he was King Kong in Peter Jackson's King Kong. He was in
Oh, well,
he
okay.
was in all of the Planet of the Ape movies that they did with James Franco and everything past that.
Is there
Uh,
anything that needed to be
he
green
directed
screened?
he directed Venom 2, This is Carnage, or whatever the fuck they
Was
called
that?
it.
I thought that was that kind of not very good, huh?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed Fantastic Beasts and the Secret of Dumbledore.
Okay.
I enjoyed Morbius more than I enjoyed this movie.
Damn. Damn.
I
You put him
actually
on
enjoyed
blast.
I actually enjoyed Morbius though. A lot of people didn't said it wasn't a good movie. A lot of people have this bias for Jared Leto, and I'm just like,
He is polarizing for sure. He got a lot of flack from the DC universe already.
I liked him as Joker.
It wasn't a terrible interpretation.
I
I
liked him
think
as
he
Joker.
suffered the poor marketing of that film more than
I
anything. He took
I
the
like
wrath of it.
I like how they brought him back in the Snyder cut.
I think also his off-screen actions probably deterred people because he was doing some weird like method acting and fucking with the other Suicide Squad and
Sure,
just
sending people dead rats and yep, no, I know
used
about all.
condoms or something.
Sure, yeah, I wasn't gonna say that one. I was thinking it, but I wasn't gonna say it.
Why not? I mean, we gotta provide the context for which people are.
Listen, just because I know the backstory on how Patrice O'Neill found out he had diabetes doesn't mean that I'm going to tell the story on how Patrice O'Neill found out that he had diabetes.
Okay.
I'll tell you
Weird
after
flex.
I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
Just because you know something doesn't mean you have to fucking say it. It's okay. I don't give a shit. I'm just fucking with you.
I think.
Um but yeah,
Thank you.
if you want to see what it does, if you want to see how it ends, if you want to see whatever the fuck it does, it's on HBO
Wait,
Max.
so this is the final act of the whole Fantastic Beasts series?
No,
Is that what you're telling me, Steven?
no, I no, it 100% sets up for another fucking movie.
Yuck.
It literally happened, and I just look at my wife and I go, "Are they really setting up for another fucking movie?" And she goes, "It's Harry Potter. They're gonna go on for forever.
Yeah, I mean,
You're gonna get Dumbledore in his formative years. You're gonna get Dumbledore as the starting head wizard of Hogwarts." It's gonna go all the way. They throw like McGonagall in this film. I think McGonagall's in the last one as well, but like they give you a young Professor McGonagall. Like
no
it's just,
kidding. Who's
yeah,
playing her?
I have no idea. Couldn't
Oh,
tell you. Couldn't tell you. I was
they do a
looking
good
at my
job.
phone. I was looking at my phone when they were like, "Oh, Professor McGonagall, please go take care of this." And then I look up and she is walking away on screen.
Damn.
What did you watch on
I
ESPN?
watched a bunch. Yeah, so that's what I was kind of getting queued up to talk about. It's something that you're not super interested in sports, but this is a mixture of sports and music and just in general pop culture, and it was a real phenomenon and phenomena and
Do,
phenomena.
do, do, do.
Do, 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 do. Ah. Uh, no, street basketball and one mixtape. You know, these things were going everywhere. The TV show was pretty popular.
I
It
forgot they
was
had that. It's called NBA Streets Volume 2.
Great fucking video game. Yeah, the Game Breaker is in that. PlayStation 2, right?
I played it on Xbox. I own it on Xbox.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could just go in the other room and go play.
That game
And
brings back so many memories.
The Xbox, because the Xbox itself holds the original storage of everything, and I have my Xbox from like 25 years ago, 20 years ago, however old it is, and it still has like all of my original profiles from when I was playing, 20 years ago.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, what is this whole? Is it a show? Is it a movie?
It's just an hour-long documentary. It's an ESPN series on
documentary.
ESPN Plus. Just talks about how it all came to be, just like random mixtapes that started getting around. Of a recorded player, this guy named Skip to My Lou, or nicknamed Skip to My Lou. He actually ended up being in the NBA for a little while.
I mean, I want his first name was Skip, his middle name was Tuma, and his last name was Lou.
Exactly, yeah, and that's how they spell it on his birth certificate.
Yeah.
But no, and then this
parents.
DJ gets a hold of the mixtape, and he's just kind of like mixing and having fun, and he's watching the tape at the same time, and he's like, all of a sudden, snare hits as a bucket goes in, or like a bass kicks as somebody dunks it, and he's like, oh, so he starts kind of doing his own thing, and they start distributing them, and it just becomes this huge, like, viral before viral, people making bootleg copies of the VHS, people, lending it to their friends, getting together people's houses and watching it, and just like takes off. And it's all this like fresh, like brand new, like not ever heard before, like hip hop from some of the biggest names in New York's rap from the 90s and stuff, and awesome basketball, street ball. And it turns out to be this huge, like, ESPN ends up having the N1 mixtape tour on. It fizzles out in the late 2000s, but it just becomes hugely popular. We even had one of the guys from it show up to my middle school during this, like back in 03.
Oh yeah, middle school in 03. You mean 3 years after I graduated, you asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
High school. Graduated high school.
His name was Hot Sauce, and he had wicked handles, could dribble like a motherfucker, and he threw down some cool dunks and like made a teacher fall over.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
Excellent. You know what else I caught, and I didn't watch the whole thing because I got tired, but I'm halfway through on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Jackass 4.5.
Oh yeah, somebody at work was talking about this. I meant to check it out because I loved Forever so much, and I love the .5s that they put out for Jackass because
it's a lot of fun.
Juicy bonus content, basically.
It's more of a documentary than it is like the original. I mean, the actual films themselves could be considered documentaries,
in a sense.
But this is more of an actual documentary. It gives you a little bit of the backstory of how all of the new cast members came on.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like
I was curious about that. Like, I mean, I knew the one kid from like Loiter Gang.
Okay, yeah, and that was something that Jeff Tremaine did. So he knew that kid would.
Okay, he produced that.
Yep. The bigger kid Zach did videos online. He's a YouTube kidder. There's the video they show is him wrapped in like fucking
wrap.
The red things that you light and then they go ba 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 firecrackers.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Go watch 4.5.
That's hardcore.
Unfortunately, the only reason Poopsie got in is because he's like friends with one of the producers, or he's friends with some guy that's on the crew.
He did a good job. You didn't like Poopsie, did you?
Did not like Poopsie.
A lot of people were thinking he was their favorite of the whole new squad. To be honest.
No way.
What was it? Shark.
I'll take Dark Shark.
Dark Shark was the best.
Dark Shark. Yeah, man. Like, I just always go with the classics, man. No, it's really super funny. I probably have I don't know, less than half left on Netflix. But Jackass 4.5 was a lot of fun. If you like the Jackass movies, if you had fun watching Jackass Forever, you're definitely going to enjoy Jackass 4.5.
Yeah, I mean, we both have met, love Wee Man, basically best friends with him.
Friend of the podcast.
Yeah, friend of the show for sure. You just gotta endorse their content, give it a watch, make sure the Netflix boosts it up in the ratings module or whatever.
That's right.
The algorithm.
Gotta get it on that top 10.
But yeah, I think they fucking film so much for those movies, they can't squeeze it all in. It's always exciting to see what didn't make what got left on the cutting room floor, so to speak.
Sure. Travis, though, we as we are coming close here, we got one big movie coming out this week. I will be seeing it Thursday night, June 9th.
No shit.
Oh yeah, bro. Bought my tickets like a week or two ago. Going with former guest of the show, Jason Doring. Me and Jason went and caught the first Jurassic World in the theater. Didn't get the second one together, but I did catch that one in theaters. And we are going to go see Jurassic World Dominion. I'm not going to lie. Like, I know kind of what's going on in the movie, but I'm not expecting a lot. I just want to see dinosaurs roaming in the free world.
I mean, I think the little kid in us all wants to see that. I also have tickets for this on June 9th. I'm double feature Jurassic Park and Jurassic World back to back.
Is it the original Jurassic Park?
The OG Jurassic Park first.
There you go. I saw, I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I saw that movie like 9 times in the theater. I did.
You brag about it a lot.
I do. It's a good brag. I did a double feature. I actually did when THX was like first becoming a thing. We did a double feature in the theater.
Wow, you're fucking old.
Robert Downey Jr.'s Heart and Souls followed up with Jurassic Park.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm excited for that too. That's really the only thing to be looking forward to this week. Lightyear's right around the corner though, so I'm pretty hyped for that.
Well, that's something that we can talk about next week, Travis. You're talking about 2 weeks down the road.
We could talk about. Why not now, Steven?
Because then what are we
talk about it?
Because what are we going to talk about next week for this segment?
We don't have to go deep into it. I just want to say that I'm excited about it, and I'm hoping that you still are too. And
no, still no desire to see it.
What? You were hating on the Bowie.
I said that the new trailer made it more intriguing. No, the only thing I liked about it was the Bowie. I don't see the point. They're just milking a cash cow, and they're going to keep milking this cash cow. I understand the whole concept. I know the whole premise of him jumping, and he goes like 25 years in the future, and things have changed, and all this shit. Still no desire to see it. I remember liking Toy Story as a kid. Didn't really, care for Toy Story 2. By the time Toy Story 3 came out, I was already a grown adult and didn't give a shit. Still haven't seen Toy Story 4. Haven't seen any of the spin-off specials that they did for Toy Story. So, like, why would I give a shit about a movie on a character that is 25 years old that I barely cared? I never had a Buzz Lightyear action figure. I never had any Toy Story merch. Like, this is something for your generation.
Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say.
You're probably super excited for this because you were a fucking child when this shit came out.
I'm the same age as Andy, basically. So I went through everything as the film was going through it and saw them in theaters with my friends for my birthdays. And everybody shits on the second one. I like it. It is unnecessary for the franchise, but it was a fun diversion.
I like the second one more than I like the third. So.
Okay. Yeah. Third. I mean, is a real tearjerker,
I have no desire to see. I have no desire to see Lightyear.
That's fair. Okay. Well, I'm excited about it.
So next week you don't even need to bring it up.
I mean, I still probably will.
You don't even need to because you mentioned it this week, taking it out of the segment. As we do come to a close, is there a particular game that you'd like to end on?
We can't come to a close yet. We haven't talked about Kenobi yet.
All right, let's talk about Kenobi.
Episode 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I almost yelled at my wife very loudly to stop talking to the dog about something that they were doing.
How much do you want to say right now? Because we get to see the return of one of the actors from the prequel trilogy in this episode. That is tremendous.
Dude, it's technically a double return. You do realize that, right?
Oh.
Because
No.
it's okay, folks. Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen it, it came out on Wednesday. It's been out for like 4 days.
Yeah, you've had
Fuck,
time.
fuck are you doing? Hayden Christensen comes back to play Darth Vader. That is Hayden Christensen in makeup, as far as I know, as Darth Vader. And then you get James Earl Jones coming back as the voice of Darth Vader.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was like, holy shit, they're even doing that. He was so ruthless when you see him in this one with the.
Oh my, oh, like completely ruthless, like a side of Vader that we truly never saw in the original series.
No, because he was already just feared, and you see him like with his like the people that are on his side and being a dick and like force choking motherfuckers, and you get glimpses of his power, but you don't see him like fresh in Vader mode, pissed off, still wanting revenge on Obi-Wan Kenobi, still.
So good, so good. And we have, this was what, episode 3, so we have 3 more episodes.
Like he is like just recently fully given himself over to the dark side and is just like feeling the new juices.
And apparently, I don't know if you caught this, but apparently Flick, or whoever the driver was, Zach Braff.
What?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, no
He's
way.
he's no Superman.
I love Scrubs, and I love the Scrubs podcast too. And that's got I wonder how that's sitting. I haven't been listening to it lately because I kind of got behind. It's hard to watch the episode and then listen to an hour and a half and then watch like.
I couldn't
Anyway,
say, is each episode for them an hour and a half?
their episodes are long. They talk about Star Wars a lot because Donald Faison is like a huge Star Wars fan. They get off track and shit, and that's why it made it hard to get through seasons of Scrubs when I had to like take a break to listen to almost an hour and a half long before we could watch the next episode. But yeah, Donald's been begging like almost every episode when I was listening. He would talk about if anybody, producers, get me in Star Wars. I don't care. I'll play any role. I just want to get in there. And fucking Zach Braff is in there now.
Yeah, I want to say Zach Braff was
That's hilarious.
the alien that gives him up. I think I read that online.
Huh. I don't read a lot online.
Don't quote me though. I might be wrong.
Saber Battle. I'm still looking for a more complete one. That was the best part of Obi-Wan and the
I love everything that they have given us so far. I am very excited for everything that they're going to give us. And it sounds like it's already been greenlight for season 2.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
Thank God.
Obi-Wan was the most viewed opening day record of any show that Disney Plus has released so far.
Yeah, and people hate on the prequel trilogies, but obviously there's a lot of love for some aspects of it,
Yeah,
and definitely
oh, and
McGregor's Obi-Wan is up at the top of that list, or
I
near the top.
found out a very fun fact. There is actually, it's either the first or second episode. I don't know if I brought this up last week. I don't think I did. There is a 3rd generation Star Wars actor in the episode.
Okay.
The woman that
Explain.
tries to sell Obi-Wan spice and then gives him the canister for free.
No one gets out of here or something, right? Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you'd call it. Great uncle was Wedge in the original Star Wars film, and her father was Obi-Wan Kenobi in the prequels and in this new series. It is Ewan McGregor's daughter.
Wait, what? Oh my God, how old is he?
The pink-haired one that tries to sell him the spice is Ewan McGregor's daughter, making her a 3rd generation Star Wars actor.
I think I remember hearing about Ewan McGregor having a tie to the original films, but I've totally forgot about that.
His uncle is Wedge.
I certainly had no idea that.
Yeah, bro.
That's cool, man. I mean, you
No,
call that nepotism?
I really enjoyed, maybe, who knows? I really enjoyed episode 3 of Obi-Wan, and I'm very excited to see what episodes 4, 5, and 6 bring.
Yeah, me too, for sure. I did some other important stuff this week I want to mention before we go into the... I did finally watch the first Sonic. That's on Prime right now. Really liked it. I got big news, and I really buried the lead on this one. I got the proper adapters. I have my soundbar now working, no lag, and I've been really enjoying it lately. And I think that's been part of the reason I've been diving deep into all these Bond action movies and just like getting the full-on sound. So that's been killer. And I showed Wesleyan First Blood. She'd never seen it before. I was like, dude, if you're gonna watch any Stallone playing John Rambo, First Blood
Well,
is
now you just got to go through the whole series to the
well,
whole ones.
no.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
This is a good movie. The rest of it just gets ridiculous, and he turns into an action hero. But fucking First Blood is raw and like just a good film. Well done. Kind of similar to like the first Rocky, how that's just a great film, and then that
What you're
franchise
saying,
goes back
everything after that is
on and off the rails a few times. 4 is so great, and I love the Creeds, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
who knows. What else?
But
What else did you watch? Anything else?
nah, that's it, I think.
All right. Well, do you want to play a game, or do you just want to take it home? We're just a smidge above 30 minutes.
Yeah, we can just take it on home.
Let's just take it on home. Travis, anything that you'd like to leave the listeners with as we end it?
No, not this week.
Perfect, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming on this continuous journey with us. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us for the second episode. We're trying to keep them a little bit shorter. Now you can see our ugly mugs. If you aren't following us, go check us out on YouTube. The last podcast you'd want, and you can watch the last week's video. You can see my unboxing videos from the BAM box. And make sure you check out our sponsors, Pro Wrestling Loot and Throwback Gamez. You can find out all that information on the details of this episode. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for once again coming on this continuous journey with us week after week. We love you for it. We look forward to next week when we'll be talking about who knows what. But until then, for Travis, I'm Steve. Tip the veal, try the staff. We'll see you then.